What the fuck is going on?
What is going on, you slithering savage motherfuckers? Thank you so much for jumping into this video today. My name is Danny Coldblood, aka Ma Music Vidiots, and I have some information for you all. I'm sorry about the length of this video, but it is definitely a needed length because there's a lot of information to run by you guys. As you see, I'm looking at Social Club here, and Rockstar posted not too long ago about the 4 new versions of L.A. Noire coming this November. So, with that in mind, I said maybe we need to take another look at L.A. Noire. It's a game focused all about mysteries, and maybe there is something that can help us with the GTA5 Chiliad mystery within it. So, going and taking a look at L.A. Noire, I found a case in the game that is so disgustingly close to the mystery that we're looking at here in GTA 5, I had to go ahead and make this video. So I do apologize for the length, guys, but this is going to be so crazy when you guys see what's in here. A lot of parallels between the Chiliad mystery, even inside of the game with the Infinite 8 Killer, and even the murder mystery within GTA 5. A lot of parallels, a lot of connections, a lot of relevancy, and a much needed length to the video. So guys, thank you for watching, and let's go ahead and begin.
No one else but the killer knew about this message. To suffer woes, which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
If you haven't noticed, or if maybe you're new to the channel, I've done this video a little bit differently than I've done my previous mystery videos. There's so much relevancy, so much clues that are tied so closely to our mystery in GTA 5 that I'm letting the gameplay speak for itself. I mean, the mission itself here that we're focusing on in L.A. Noire is called the Quarter Moon Murders. I mean, we have the murder mystery in GTA 5, and everything is linked so closely. They basically ran a parallel mystery within L.A. Noire to GTA 5. And I really want to show you guys this because the attention that needs to be focused on Rockstar's past is so important. So all the different times throughout the video that he picks up a paper like this and goes over it, I'm going to go over it a little bit myself with you guys just to point out what I think is really relevant. Now, I'm not going to go over every single clue that I think is in these letters. I'm not going to go ahead and box them all like you see there's 3 words boxed on the screen right now, but I'm going to box and go over all the ones that I think are super relevant. Like, we have music. We know that music is a huge, huge clue. We've talked about this a lot. We know the moon is. Okay, in San Andreas, we shot the moon, shoot for the stars. We shoot the moon in San Andreas, and it got bigger. And we know the moon is tied to waves. And we've talked about natural disasters, and if a tsunami were to happen, well, that would be one giant wave.
Another snippet from the Shelley poem. If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrellson.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Muller
Hang
case.
on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it.
While yet
I
the
knew
news
this
of
run was too
Peel
good to be
Law,
true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to... Forget what it's supposed to... What does he want?
Where are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with 2 meanings. Symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Would it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain? Thanks, Ray.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Right off the bat, we were taken to Pershing Square in L.A. Noire, which in GTA 5 is the location of Legion Square. And this location is very relevant because in a previous video I mentioned about the underground tunnels in Los Angeles, and there's two different entrances into these underground tunnels. One of them is Legion Square, or Pershing Square.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next?
As you can see, the clues are kind of back to back. It doesn't stop, and that's why it was hard for me to make this video, because the length of it is needed because there is so much. It's hard to try to split this up in different parts, and I just hope you guys do understand. But as you can see right here, there is a cave. Now, we do have Cry Cave, which is a big question within the mystery. A lot of us have brought this up and talked about it, the Cry Cave. And then we know plants, okay, like the peyotes. So we got plants and flowers. And then we got jewels like emeralds or diamonds, which we know are for Trevor. We have the word fountain. We know that the truth flows upwards, kind of like we have certain fountains in the game. Leaps. Now we have the leap of faith with Dom and all the relevancy with the talking dog. We have awakening sound. Again, the word sound and waking up, okay, with the whole entire enlightenment factor. You may notice that I have the word tears in the same colored box as the word cave, and that's because we mentioned Cry Cave, and when you cry, you produce tears. And there's also a couple locations in the game, not many, but a few, that have stuff spray painted on the side of walls, like Cry Zone or No Crying Zone, or something like that. So that's very odd as well, and I figured it was worth mentioning along with the Cry Cave connection. Also silver, diamonds, like we said. We have lights at the bottom, and then you notice that we have mountains and snow in the same colored box. And of course the word mountain is very, very important, as we have the Chiliad mural, which started this whole entire mystery, located on top of Mount Chiliad. And in the very close vicinity, we have a golden peyote, which spawns at a certain time and place, but it has to have a certain weather, and that's either foggy or snowy weather.
Got a city map? See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
Notice how he asked if he had a map. That is a clue that we're going to get to a little bit later on, but I'm going to show you guys how the same path from Pershing or Legion Square takes us to a location of huge relevancy. We see that we turn left, and then we turn left again in L.A. Noire, leaving the location Pershing Square to go to the Hall of Records. If you guys remember, I made a video talking all about the underground tunnels in Los Angeles and how there's a lot of clues and connections to the mystery. And we have the Hall of Records, just like the Pershing Square, having the other entrance to these underground tunnels in real life. And if you notice, in GTA 5 right now on the screen, I am taking the same path from Pershing Square to the Hall of Records. Instead of seeing the Hall of Records, we see the Sinner's Passage mural right here at this location, which is very odd, as the mural on Mount Chiliad and the Sinner's Passage mural are basically two sides of the same coin. Very important and very relevant. One of the things you're going to notice throughout this video is that location is a key factor within the mystery. This mural was not placed here by coincidence. Rockstar put it here intentionally.
This is his game you're playing now.
We also have more than just the mural to observe when checking out the clues that we have. And right here, this location looks just like the one entrance to the underground tunnels from the Hall of Records. And we also have the Vinewood Records right here next to this movie theater. And don't forget about this movie theater, because we're going to come back to it. This location has a lot of clues, a lot of relevancy. We see Vinewood Records is tied directly to Hall of Records, letting us know that there's a huge connection here. But why is this location more important than other locations? If anything, the Sinner's Passage mural lets us know that there's more to look at, more to observe, and more to focus on while in this area. And we also know from Rockstar's past, looking at L.A. Noire, we see it is definitely a point of interest as well, as one of our next clues is located here.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
We have the words Temples and High. Now Temples is connected to the Templar Hotel in GTA 5, which is right along the path that we took to get to the Hall of Records from the square, or you can look at it as High Templar, which we know is definitely associated with different areas of this mystery. We also have Ear and Eye, which we know listening and seeing, and Science, which at face value is connected to clues like gravity, but also Scientology, aka Epsilonism.
The temple's high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that? A yellow gold wristwatch. Yellow gold wristwatch.
There are many years between GTA 5 and L.A. Noire, but there's clues to find, and those clues are timeless.
And a scrap of the poem.
We have letter scraps to find in GTA 5, and they also lead to a mystery.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
The next location is the Los Angeles Public Library, which is a huge clue. It's a very big relevancy within the mystery, as we know that the Platinum Trophy for L.A. Noire is this building, and we also have this building in GTA 5 physically as a building and also as an image located on the badge of police officers. And at the police station, we know that we have the huge clue for the gold theory, which I brought up in a previous video. And in my opinion, the gold theory is one of the most plausible theories I've seen so far. So if you haven't seen that video where I talk all about it, definitely check it out. It will be linked in the description. Now, this building is also a very relevant piece of information when looking at the mystery, as we know that this building is one of the locations we need to go to when solving the murder mystery in GTA 5. See how it says Fred makes cartoons? Well, right here is a clip, and it says Fred's pictures on it, and this is taken directly from the movies within GTA 5, and that is why when we were at that mural near the Hall of Records, I told you guys to pay attention to that movie theater, as we were going to come back to it. Now we are going to come back to this again in a couple more minutes. I just want to keep you guys informed and up to date as we progress throughout the video. When you take a look at the same exact building in L.A. Noire, you can see the huge connections. Not only do we have an ear and an eye on the top of the building, but we also have the gold film canisters that we need to collect, which are tied directly to the scratchings on the wall in GTA 5, as film and the film reel sound that we have while solving the murder mystery is associated. But not only that, we have the Hollywoodland trophy or achievement that we earn by getting all of those gold film canisters. Not only is Hollywoodland a trophy/achievement for L.A. Noire, but it's also located in L.A. Noire, which is directly taken from the Rocketeer. Now that's pretty big, because unlike GTA 5, L.A. Noire is scaled like 90% from real life. Like, every single thing in that game is identical to the way it used to be in real life in Los Angeles. So the fact that they took Hollywoodland is a big clue, since we have so many parallels from L.A. Noire in GTA 5, including the clue Hollywoodland, which we can see right here. It says Vinewoodland, and this is taken from the barbershop in GTA 5. So you can see how the clues go full circle and they run very parallel. There's a lot of clues and a lot of relevancy between these games. Rockstar tells us to go to their past in more ways than one, and there's a reason for it, guys. The more things change, the more they stay the same. We might not be in the same game, it might be a different game, but the clues are mirrored and they're just the same, and you can definitely take from the past, as it is definitely incorporated within the present and hopefully the future, as we one day will solve this Chiliad mystery. When looking back at the connections with the film and the murder mystery, we have Touch of Evil being one of the gold film canisters we need to collect in L.A. Noire. And it's funny because we have Touch of Evil being the name of one of the filters in GTA 5 when in the editor. And it's not only just a regular filter, it's a black and white filter, which is also connected to L.A. Noire, as we have an option to play in black and white in the game L.A. Noire. And also, it says that you could turn on this black and white option to see in the catacombs better while playing the game. If turning on the black and white filter helps us in L.A. Noire, can turning on the black and white filter we get from the murder mystery help us in GTA 5? If anything else but to help us maybe solve the mystery?
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
Here are some more words that you can go ahead and take a look at. There's words like destruction and annihilation, which could be tied to apocalypse and things like that. We have sea, we have lie, we have shapes. We know that there's a lot of geometric clues that are in the game. We have jammed, which could be tied to like jamming a radar. A lot of different stuff to look at and to go over. I just went and highlighted a couple of the things I thought were important.
Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. This is a treasure hunt. Treasure hunt. Treasure hunt.
Treasure is a huge key word within this mystery. It's a big clue, and Rockstar definitely uses it time and time again, including within the newest update for GTA 5 Smuggler's Run. There's a reason why Rockstar tied the murder mystery and Fred's pictures together. Not only did they do it on the library, but they did it in the movie theater itself. We see that Fred's pictures is tied to the Loneliest Robot movie. Here's a clip from that movie. She says pieces of 8, pieces of 8. Now it's funny that she said that because pieces of 8 is tied directly to currency that pirates used back in the day. And with this newest update, Smuggler's Run, we were given clues like a treasure map that's called X marks the spot. And that's also tied to not only pirates, but Red Dead Redemption, another game from Rockstar's past, as we have the Treasure Hunter Challenge, and we know that X also marks the spots in that game as well. Now, do you guys see how this is really something that we need to focus on? The clues are there, it's just a matter of connecting them, understanding them, and following through with them.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case. Still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. You must have some idea, right?
One of Teresa Terrelson's shoes.
So you can notice how this location is very similar to the Lago Zancudo near Fort Zancudo, which is a big point of relevancy, as the military base from GTA San Andreas was where we got the jetpack from. And we also know that Area 69 and the connection with 69 and the gold theory. Okay, so a lot of big stuff happening in this location. And then we have words here that have big connections like wood and loud. We know that trees talk. We know harmony is not only tied to music but tied to the game as a location, and it just so happens a lot of those signs that say harmony are actually lit up, like they glow at night. Kinda weird. We do know that we have words like sphere, which could be tied to the egg, like on the mural, but we also have many thousand spheres. When you take a look at the word Chiliad, by definition, it's a group that contains 1,000 elements. 1,000 elements. So the fact that they say many thousand, okay, that's almost a direct tie to the word itself. So they definitely did hide things in their previous titles to connect with the mystery in GTA 5. So the fact that they spent 5 or more years creating this mystery is very true, as a little piece of it is in many games that Rockstar has been a part of. We also have music, space, light, flow. The truth flows upwards.
A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Many thousands, many thousands, many thousands. An open-toed white shoe, and another stanza from the poem. It's all part of his power over us, making us run around all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
This may be a big red flag to most of you, as it should be, because this is tied directly to a lot of things we have looked at in the mystery, as well as a location in GTA 5. The Bell Building is at this location, and the Bell Building is not only tied to sound, as it makes a sound every hour, but it's also tied to the jetpack in real life, the one that we also see in San Andreas, the Bell jetpack. And the clues that we find here point in a direction that we've touched on, and we definitely need to focus back on.
You ever been in here, Galloway?
No. I have no intention of going in. I heard that thing's tricky. I want to wait here and have a quiet smoke. Think about hidden meetings.
Rockstar decided to put an armillary sphere at the center of a maze within L.A. Noire, and then again at the observatory in GTA 5. And that was also connected to a giant discovery, which I'll go ahead and show you on the screen in a second. But this is pretty big. The fact that we have the armillary sphere repeating itself like this is a device used to map out the constellations, guys. It's tied directly to eclipse. It's tied directly to so much things that we look at and have been forced to find out information about, because Rockstar ties a lot of things to all of this information. We have the shadows at the observatory with the sun and the moon, and we have the discovery made by Delta over here at this plate, how we can see with director mode at the right time and the right solstice of the moon, okay? When it's higher or lower in the sky does make a difference, okay? All that's tied to the discovery found here at the observatory with the use of the armillary sphere and the moon. It's funny how the moon is reused as a big Easter egg within GTA. We have San Andreas where you shoot the moon. The quarter moon murders here in L.A. Noire is the case that we're focusing on today and making our connections to. And then we have the moon with the armillary sphere, which is a big discovery that I still think needs further examination. And the different symbolism within the words, where they could be taken literally and symbolically. There's so much to look at here, guys. I'm hoping that this video really hits home to some hunters. I hope that you guys spread the word, get people to check this information out, as it is very, very important, and I think it can really help us get on track in an organized fashion to figure out what exactly we need to do and what the next step could possibly be. We have a lot of words that are very relevant, they keep on showing us. At the end you can see the word fame. Now fame is tied directly to something I brought out not too long ago. I talked about the zombie apocalypse, which is also tied to Rockstar's past, as it is in Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare.
Thrones, altars, judgment seats, and prisons. No, it couldn't be.
See? That was easy.
I found Celine Henry's ring.
How far does this thing go? How did we not catch this nut job? He's leaving us this trail of evidence. Why?
Vanity.
Notice how he said vanity, and notice how a minute ago it said fame on that paper. There's no coincidence here, because vanity and fame are all tied to the undead nightmare in Red Dead Redemption and the curse that brought on the zombie apocalypse. And we have the apocalypse clues within GTA 5's mystery, so we have a lot of clues in L.A. Noire, now clues that lead from L.A. Noire to Red Dead Redemption and back again into GTA 5 with the Chiliad mystery. So I stress to you, if you have not yet seen my Undead Apocalypse video, definitely do so all of this will make sense to you. That will also be linked in the description, as well as other videos that I have made that connect directly to a lot of the stuff brought up in this video today.
He leaves us evidence, but every location is a trap.
He's testing us, physically and mentally, to see whether we are worthy of him.
All that egghead stuff.
Typewriter ring. Evelyn Summers.
Notice how every single location that we've been to in this mission so far with L.A. Noire are tied directly to GTA 5 and the mystery within, especially the movie set as we were given director mode, and not only that, but the murder mystery with the film reels and all the connections that we see there. Now we also have the words on the screen like curse and I see. I just got done talking about the curse and the undead nightmare and the zombie apocalypse.
Place he calls home. End of the line.
Find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out. Might see this as a cry for help.
The last location that we see in this mission is the church and the graveyard, which we have a direct connection to in GTA 5 with the Hill Valley Church and the graveyard, as Hill Valley is tied to Back to the Future, and we also have the graveyard, which we have one of the Epsilon tracks to go and collect in the game as well. So we do have some connections that are worth looking into as we come to the conclusion of the Quarter Moon murders here in L.A. Noire.
Reminds me of my days as an altar boy.
Down the tunnel.
Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
The house, Rusty. There must be another entrance into the house. It's the basis for all his riddles. Prometheus defied the cruel gods. This guy thinks he's doing the same thing.
Defying gods can be hazardous to your health. We're going down there.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Redemption.
Where's the press, Cap? I think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. This has got to be the case of the year, right? The case of the century when you think about
Are
it.
you finished?
Yes, Skipper.
Good. Because there won't be any press briefings or commendations.
What are you talking about? We got the werewolf.
Notice how he used the word werewolf out of all the words he could have used. And it's funny that the beast is a werewolf, and sound is used by being Bigfoot to catch the beast. And Bigfoot was a huge Easter egg in its own right, as we needed the golden peyote to get Bigfoot. As you can see, all these clues are going full circle, and they're all tied together, as Michael J. Fox played the beast, and he also played in Back to the Future, which is also connected to the scene that we just watched, as Hill Valley Church is connected to Back to the Future as well. And the church with the graveyard and the whole underground tunnel system and redemption, all that stuff that we just witnessed is all tied to everything that we were connecting throughout this video.
Mason is the half-brother of one of the most highly elected officials in this country.
How high?
Beyond the moon for mere mortals like us, Rusty. The head of Vices. That's the chief of you.
So that is it for the Quarter Moon Murders in L.A. Noire and the connections I wanted to bring to the table. As you can see, the cases in L.A. Noire are just like the missions in GTA 5, and like I said before, the gold theory with getting everything gold and 110% and all that other stuff. I talk all about it in my videos. A lot of those are actually frequently published videos, so if you guys haven't checked them out, I'll put a lot of the stuff in the description so you can go ahead and check out a lot of the stuff that I'm bringing up today and how the hunt has led us this far. So I hope you guys enjoyed. All the connections seemed to go ahead and back themselves up at the end. And I really do appreciate you guys stopping down, checking out the video. Again, I'm sorry for the length. The half an hour is awful long to watch a video. But when it's important, when it's not clickbait, when it's actually important, good information used to help solve something that we have been trying to solve for 4 years, it's really not that bad. So thank you guys once again for joining. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. And I will hopefully see all you slithering, sexy, seductive motherfuckers in the next video or broadcast. Until next time, take it easy, ta-ta, and as always, peace.